Innovation Football Masterclass. I would now like to call upon Dr. Vlad to take over the session. Ms. Sudha will give us a short introduction of
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. I'm sure after the good lunch that you had, you need to be stimulated to keep you awake. So we have Dr. Vadun Kotlikar to help us out. And I'm sure once you got the program schedule, you must have Googled it. So I'm not going into a very detailed introduction about him. Suffice to say that he's a renowned innovation guru, and he has designed many innovative thinking tools for the entrepreneurs and to help the entrepreneurs and innovators globally achieve greater success in their business models. So, something that I want to share with you is Dr. Gadin has been with us and has played a very big role in bringing the present policy which you are seeing today, the ecosystem that we are having on innovation and ecosystem in this country. He stayed in India for 14 years, 14 long years where he did a lot of legwork and research and helped as a part of and part of representing United Nations. And so today, and he has played a big role in bringing the startup policy to this country. So with this, I'll hand over. This particular game is a simulation game wherein there is a SWOT analysis of the business startup, and there are situations given to you, basically how to handle radical change. And I'll let the innovation guru take over to take over the stage.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Indeed, always my pleasure to be here in India with you. As it was told, I worked in India for 14 years, just from the beginning of the business incubation concepts. But right now, let's go straight to the point. Okay, so that's what it is. INNABALL also says it's short term for Innovation Football, Innovation Brain Ball. It helps you to do many things, especially breakthrough things, specifically what it was designed for. And I'll be talking not just about what we have done, it's about what you can do with this tool. It's very easy to use tool. Companies that just play once this game, afterwards easily adopt it and can do it all by themselves. I have licensed trainers in about 50 countries. Usually when they learn how to teach others to play INNABALL Innovation Football, I'll just come once, maybe twice to conduct with them a real life training, because there are two types of trainings. One is open training, where people learn the tool. And another is when corporations, usually, or business incubators, would like to strengthen their project. We have an innovative project, we have invention, we would like to make this invention a huge business success. So that's why they are asking for this type of INNABALL training, and within 2 days we managed to create really huge success, and you will also be able to do the same. So it's about what you can achieve with this innovation game. And like Bobby Knight said, famous author, the will to win is not nearly as important as the will to prepare to win. You have to prepare to win. if you want to win. So that's precisely what Enable helps you. If you create change, again, creating change is 1% is your roadmap, 99% entrepreneurial leadership. Enable helps you to do this. If you create radical innovation, again, innovation is 1% invention and 99% of entrepreneurial venturing. Again, Enable helps you to do this. If you enter a new market with new product, again, you change the game. Enable helps you also to sell your new product or enter a new market. It helps you to prepare to conquer enemies and ultimately win this war. It's the fastest way to strengthen your breakthrough venture and your innovation team. If you're talking about, there are two versions, one version for startups and one version of Enable for mature large companies. So this is version for startups. You have innovators, goalkeepers, your dream and your starting inventors, defenders, your inventions, creative solutions, midfielders, your experiments and beta testing, and strikers, your differentiation and creative marketing. And then they have opponents, your enemies, who try to kill your project. With various types of failures, mistake, technological, financial, team failures, whatever. If you have experience in starting a new project at startups, you know how many enemies you have, internal and external. Team money problem, resistance of the first customer, resistance of the big market. So Enable helps you to really go through it and achieve true success. Actually, what is more important, all this type of change projects, they say, okay, only few, 10% succeed. Enable actually helps you not just implement your breakthrough project successfully, it helps you exceed initially planned results. Because during the way while you are simulating the situation, you find out a lot of opportunities. And at the second part of this masterclass, I'll show you several business cases when you will see how it works on a real project, how from small project within 3 hours you get huge and big and much stronger project. All these pictures are taken from Enable trainings. So that's why it has worldwide, demanded worldwide in various countries throughout the world, but as my heart is here in Asia, most of the trainings I conduct here in Asia. So, what do you need to win? You need to stand out from the competition. You need to be the best, you need to be the first, you must be remarkable. Enable helps you to achieve all that. Be the first, be the best, and be remarkable. You must surprise to win. Yeah? If you know Sun Tzu, who said, well, he who controls the element of surprise will win the war. You must be able to surprise. So you must excite your employees, you must amaze your customers, you must astonish your competitors. Again, so all these are breakthrough change. Enable helps you to do this, to achieve all that. Innovation also is not just technology innovation. Innovation is a synergy of 7 areas of innovation, of business model innovation, strategy innovation, product innovation, marketing innovation, process innovation, technology innovation, and organizational innovation. So Enable helps you to synergize all these seven types of innovation. If you do creative innovation, again, competitive innovation, Enable is one of the key enablers for you to create competitive innovations. If you want to invent a new product, great new product, Enable helps you to think inventively and invent new products. If you need to discover opportunities, this simulation game also helps you to discover new business opportunities and pursue them. But as soon as you launch a new project, you have a lot of enemies. Large companies have one type of enemies, which include all this type of bureaucracy and so on, organizational slowness. Startups have different types of enemies. For instance, people, an entrepreneurial leader, and the innovative team, short-sighted investors, again, who invest in your project and they want quick results. You think, okay, you just pay for 1 more year, and instead of 1 billion, I'll give you 1 billion. No, give us 1 million now. So that's also the problem which we have to handle. Business model. Usually, it's insufficient customer focus or lack of cross-functional synergies, weak entrepreneurial strategies, market, competitors, aggressive, innovative, resourceful. You see, a lot of internal and external enemies every innovation project has. So Enable helps you to outsmart this diverse type of enemies and ultimately turn your breakthrough invention into great business. For instance, when you turn your idea to customer success, right? It helps you to turn idea to invention. It helps you to develop from your invention the great product, and ultimately Enable helps you to win customers and create customers. While new products fail, there are 4 problem areas. Customer value is not sufficient, technology, process, problems, organization and people, marketing and selling. So there are a lot of really big problems which every innovator faces when he develops or she develops a great new product. So you have to deal with all of them. So Enable helps you through the most importantly at the initial stage. You have an invention, then you play entrepreneurial game that helps you to enhance your product and your revenue model. But not only just you play it once. The best thing you play it at every stage. Every stage, as long as you develop your product. First stage, start with scoping. Enable helps you to make better assessment of merit and market process. You build your business case for your project. It helps you to make stronger justification and venture plan. You develop your product. It helps you improve your operation and launch plans. You validate your project and make a stronger validation of the entire project. And when you launch, you get market feedback. As soon as you get market feedback, you see that there are many other threats, many other opportunities, and Enable helps you pursue new opportunities and diversify ultimately. Fast to market, again, Enable is a booster. If you want to get fast to market, Enable can help you. If you really want to be the first with your product, you must be fast. And Enable indeed helps you to be really fast and get faster to market. Now, I'll just touch a little bit upon mature firms, because for large companies, again, they also benefit quite a lot from Enable, but they have different types of enemies, large companies. You see, like bureaucracy, risk aversion, there are some stock managers who just don't want to take risk and implement any innovation projects. So you have to deal with all of them. But large companies, to win, they implement various venture strategies. It may be internal ventures or external, through spin-outs and venture investment acquisitions. If you think about 2 types of project, radical innovation, incremental innovation, Enable is mainly helping you to implement radical innovation. High risk, high return. Low risk, low return, it can be implemented with traditional project management tools. High risk, high return, they require more entrepreneurial approach, so that's where Enable comes. You see, every project may have a lot of several deaths on the way to success. Enable helps you mainly to implement high risk, high return projects. Insufficient preparedness, Enable helps you through simulation games. Cycles of the current business, then companies, again, we are talking about incubators. Large corporations, they also have some sort of, that may be called innovation incubators, because innovation must be managed separately in business. It's the greatest mistake if a company tries to give the same project to line managers who has ongoing business and to have to meet like quarterly results, and to give him also to run an innovation project. It never works. Innovation should be run separately, so that's why leading corporation establish innovation incubators, and that's where Enable also comes. And it doesn't help you to run ongoing business. In a wall, it's mainly about creating change. If you have something radical change, corporate transformation in a wall helps. If you want to implement radical innovation project in a wall helps. If you have day-to-day business, no need. It's mainly about transformation and making big change. And pursuing blue ocean strategies. And we have Dr. Hasna from Malaysia here, who is a specialist in our partner. He specializes in blue ocean strategies, and so we now partnering with them with a huge project I will talk about a little bit later. So you need leader of innovation. And this is sci-tech attributes and success know-hows as a leader. The ball helps you to build these sci-tech attributes and success know-hows of the innovation production. They're quite different from line management. Yeah? It's specific attributes of the leader. Then, innovation indeed, if you create radical innovation, it's not like a step-by-step event. It's rather like a jazz. You have to a lot of improvisation. To do a lot of improvisation, you have to create a guidance structure and then allow within guidance structure improvisation. So Innovol helps to implement this type of improvisation. It helps you to strengthen your direction, your strategy, innovation portfolio and opportunities. It helps create enablers like system, tools and partnerships and strengthen your innovation team people, their attitude, their skills and incentives program. It helps you if you want to transform your business and do business model innovation. Again, Innovol helps you to transform your entire business and create a new business model. If you want to make your business where innovation is a usual thing, create business unusual, how I call it. Business unusual is business where innovation is just treated it's a normal thing. It's not just like a hero, some sort of attitude. We just do innovation as a usual thing. And then precisely that approach is, for instance, P&G practices a lot. Some companies, they treat innovation as like a big thing, we'll do some innovative projects. P&G treats innovation as a business unusual. For us, innovation is just, but if you want to create this type of business unusual, where innovation is treated as a usual thing, Innovol helps you to make this innovation. Innovol helps you make this innovation a great constant. It helps you to develop your innovative workforce if you play it regularly. It helps you with idea management because again you have a lot of ideas. How to manage ideas. This is a big problem for all companies, how to evaluate them fast and effectively. Innovol helps you to do that. It helps you with fast evaluation, which idea to invest in. You have a lot of inventions in the company, 100 inventions. Which one to invest in? You cannot invest in all 100 or 20. You want to select 3. Innovol helps you to select a really good project. Okay, this is great invention, this is a great team, and this team has capability to turn this invention into great business. It helps you to select which project to invest in. If you want to do strategy innovation, again, today it's very important. Yeah? The change is everywhere. Company that doesn't change their strategy is going to die. Companies need to adapt their strategies very regularly. So Innovol helps you to spot and pursue opportunities to do change and based on the feedback create new type of business activities and strategies. It helps you to with your innovative thinking to make innovative thinking a habit for your people in your organization. It increases intellectual teamwork. Again, because intellectual teamwork, it needs to be practiced like a sportsman. If you don't stretch your muscles every day, you won't win any competition. And Innovol helps you to do that. It helps you to increase your team creativity, because when you do it again regularly, you cross-pollinate your ideas, think and synergize diversities. It helps you a lot to improve your team creativity. It helps you solve problem in a creative way, not just fixing the problem, not just slightly improving. It helps you to creatively solve problem, but most importantly, because every problem brings about great opportunities. Innovol helps you to turn problems into opportunities. It also helps you to synergize ideas of your teams. So this is, for instance, one of the technology that helps you, team leader, this better if you to use this when you have real project you want to succeed, because this is a bit time consuming. Normally, innovation football game takes about 3 hours. But if you have a real project you want to succeed, it usually takes 2 days. Because we need to go thoroughly through all this type of activity. We have to synergize ideas from different players and so on. So, what Innovol actually helps you master too? Create breakthrough projects, radical innovation, big changes, pursue opportunities. And breakthrough teams, to build teams, train teams, and assess teams. And also help you to make wise investment decisions, not only you, but also to venture capitalists. So, what is it actually all about? You see, there are a lot of enemies. Innovol helps you to think for your enemies. Usually people don't do it. Okay, we have an invention, we have a business plan, let's go ahead. If you implemented any startup projects, you know that no startup with really radical innovation develops according to a business plan. Because whatever you plan in advance, situation changes. All the time changes. But Innovol helps you to simulate the situation, to think in advance. It's not me who invented it. It was invented by Sun Tzu 2,600 years ago. You know, Sun Tzu is a teacher of the greatest, the first teacher of strategy. And until now, people in corporations, they learn from Sun Tzu how to implement especially competitive strategy. What Sun Tzu said, if you know yourself and know your enemies, you will not be embroiled in 100 battles. But to know your enemy, you must become your enemy. You must think for your enemy. And you see, every innovation project and change project has a lot of enemies. That's what precisely Innovol helps you. It helps you to think for your opponents and turn the thinking into a winning habit. Very important. Turn it into a habit, because you must master the thinking tool. This is a paradox. Seemingly paradox, but it's not a paradox. You must master a thinking tool so well that you don't need to think anymore. Looks like a paradox, but it's not. Why? Because if you master tool, thinking tool, you turn it into a habit. You engage your subconscious mind. And subconscious mind works 200 million times faster than your conscious mind. You don't even think, okay, but if you turn it into a habit, you see the situation, your subconscious mind, you just thought, okay, I have to think about it, but it already gave you a response and solution. You don't really need to think, because for myself, before I practiced quite a bit to master this subconscious thinking, how to turn it on. But now when I face any complex situation and with a lot of inputs which all have to be counted, I don't think anymore. I just either go to sleep or to bed. After a few minutes or in the morning, I'll get the complete response and complete picture. And the complete is the best solution ever, because subconscious mind, it analyzes many thousand millions of things which you cannot analyze just mentally. So that's why I said, master a thinking tool so well that you don't need to think anymore. To turn it into habit, you have to play it, well, usually they say for 21 days. Then after you do something for 21 days, it turns into habit. You don't think how you walk, yeah? You just walk. the same is here. You engage your subconscious mind and you start generating great solution without even thinking about it. It comes all from your very much more powerful subconscious mind, which works much faster. So how the game is played? Usually, when we do some real project, companies say, okay, we have this invention, we want to turn it into a great startup. We split the team into two. One team plays for innovators, another team plays for the enemies. Enemies simulate different types of situations and problems for the innovators. Innovators, okay, we'll do this thing. Opponents create problem. While opponents thinking what problem to create, innovators also think for the enemies, and they're trying to guess what problem they're going to create for us. Initially it's hard, but when you play slowly, automatically you start guessing very easily and brilliantly, because again your subconscious mind engages. So when you are thinking and create a solution, opponents, your enemies also try to guess what type of solution you create. If the guess of your enemies was correct, that it means that your solution was not so creative. Do something better so that your enemy cannot really guess. It should be good, but it should come as a surprise. Again, you must surprise to win. If the enemy knows what you are going to do, you are not going to win. You must be able to surprise, to come out with creative solutions. And if you want also on the way to evaluate, assess your teams, we have experts who evaluate. Every team player submits their idea to the captain and to the judges, and both give their marks. So first one, top one, is the mark given by the team leader. The team leader selects. Team members supply ideas, and the team members and team leader selects which one will take as the main idea, and this scenario we are going to play. Experts, if we have one, some experts, they also give their marks, and they say, okay, you selected this idea, but we think that idea of that player was better. Like that. And through that type of assessments, the assessment capability of the team leader are also being assessed. How good he is in selecting the best idea of what the team member provide him or her. Ultimately, after the game, it's usually 3 hours. Usually you start with small competitive advantage in these strategies, but after 3 hours, it changes the whole project. And I'll show you one real example how it works. So within 3 hours, you have much stronger competitive advantage, you have much stronger business model, you have much stronger strategies. This is a success story. One company, European company, they ordered innovation in about training. They had an invention, and they wanted to see if the team is capable to turn this invention into great business, and if the team is strong enough, and how to strengthen the business model. The first training we conducted, this 2 days simulation game, shows that actually the project was not really a success initially. But why it was not success? Because the team leader was not able to select the best ideas which was supplied by the team. His selection was not really a good one for the project, so that why project ultimately during the simulation game died, but the project was good. So when we saw the results, we said, okay, look, ideas are good. Within your team, you have two great people who supply great ideas. So the thing is, if you like this team leader, so the problem failed because team leader was not able to select the best ideas from those supplied by the team. So we say, okay, what would you like to do? If your team leader is good, for instance, if very energetic, charismatic, he energizes and inspires his team, and the only problem he has he cannot evaluate ideas quick enough. Okay, I have one-day training for him that will help him to evaluate and make quick decision much better. Just within 1 day training, we'll improve the team and we'll play your game again, and you'll see the result, how the whole project will change. Okay, the company say, okay, we'll think about it. After 1 month, they came back, say, okay, we'll from the same team, we decided to change the team leader. But he has no experience in project management, radical project management. So I came 1 day in advance just to train him on radical project management. And afterwards we played the same game. The game was a huge success after that. That's how company evaluated. Okay, they strengthened their business model, strategies and team. They saved $2.5 million by avoiding costly mistakes, thanks to the game. But most importantly, they reduced time to market by 18 months. Because otherwise they were going to make all this type of costly mistakes, and simulation game helped them to avoid these costly mistakes and find new and better ways to implement the project. Learning benefits, if you do just it's for training purposes and for educational purposes, that is the learning process for the team. Of course, it also works when you implement it on a real project. But if you do it purely for training, people better understand the innovation process, recognize obstacles to innovation, foresee risk, solve unexpected problem creatively, play better as a cross-functional innovation team, adapt rapidly to changing circumstances, outperform competitors, and win customers. If it's run for the company, we have stronger company and higher profit. Stronger companies, better innovativeness, better creative teamwork, better change management, and better, stronger competitive advantage. And profits, because you have better idea commercialization, you create higher customer value, you win greater market share and create better business model. This is already more about how to play the game. That's important here because initially, when we started, I just invented this game and we started playing with the companies, everyone was trying to kill each other. I said, look, you don't need to kill each other. We are in the objective, your objective is not to kill your enemy. The objective to make the project stronger and for you to learn. Of course, everyone can say, okay, all project team was killed in the air crash. That's all. Or you can say so, but who will benefit from it? You may think you win, but you lost. Project has no strengths, and you never learned anything and so on. So surprisingly, but it should be win-win mindset. If enemies create challenge for the innovation team, the challenge should not be killing the opposite team. It should be stretching the team. It should create such a challenge that help people already think outside the box and stretch themselves, stretch their thinking. So if real football is win-lose game, innovation football is a win-win game. Team have a common objective to become strongest, to strengthen their creative muscles, and to create a successful innovation. Innovation thinking tools that also were used there. I'll just show it, but it's better I'll show you how they are used during the game itself. Because right now the thing is every tool has 4 metaphoric actions to perform. First you create a metaphoric action, then you turn, second you design real action. And balloon, for instance, it can be used by both opponents and innovators. For instance, what does it mean, balloon for opponents? You inventors have their head in clouds, usual things. They don't think about customers, they just invent and keeping something, creating, inventing. It's also a problem for like large corporations. The same P&G company says the hardest thing is to get the project from R&D lab to production when it's 98% ready. Because the scientists will polish this remaining 2% forever. So they need to really because they have their heads in the clouds. Balloons innovators can use like it's inspiring vision, help people reach new heights and so on. Rope, strengthening ties or existing ties cause resistance to change. So this type of examples, but again, I'll show you real examples from the real project, and you will see how these tools are working in live project. Thinking process, mediation process. What practice shown, because we ran it in a different type of scenario, ultimately I came out that this type of process, you divide the thinking process into two phases. I called it garden and kitchen. Garden is, it's when, okay, everyone creates his own decision. Because if it's done as a team discussion straight away, usually you end up with something when, after a while, just one person dominates the whole discussion. After a while, I don't know why, but the practice shown, okay, initially everyone started as like we generate ideas, but after some half an hour, just one person dominates, okay, these solutions, everyone say, okay, so you lose this type of intellectual teamwork. So that's why afterwards I just divided the whole process into two phases, garden and kitchen. Garden, initially you just quietly, everyone write down his own solution. And then kitchen, okay, you wrote down your solution, now you start synergize ideas, and the team leader is now to select the best one. If we run it as a for real project, it's again better to do it as a 2-day workshop training. Why? Because again, because of the same subconscious mind. You simulated the situation, people thought it over, and we break for the day. But people keep thinking about on autopilot. They don't think anymore intentionally, but their subconscious mind, more powerful, keep thinking, and next morning people wake up with great new ideas. So when people come next time with great new ideas for the same project, say, okay, now let's discuss what new ideas you come up during the night, in the morning. So we start again the same project with these new ideas, people came up while they were sleeping, and replay the same game, but already on a higher level. And this gives you really tremendous results. When you play the same game twice, but second times after your subconscious mind, more powerful, generated a lot of new ideas. So team members usually they create ideas, and the role of the captain select the best one, but the team leaders, it may be idea from one team member, or team members can synergize the ideas. Let's do it, okay, together with that one, let's do it, let's do this, and then captain selects which is the best one. Again, for quick decision making, the quickest way, of course, is the 80/20 principle. 80/20 principle helps you to select good ideas within a matter of just seconds. But if you're running a real big project, you want to make it success, it's better to invest a little bit more time to make this decision-making process more structured. To make it more structured, first of all, you have to develop for your company, for your project, guiding principles. Usually all companies who would love to be like market leaders, they have their own guiding principles, which enables them to structure and make quicker decisions. When you play in a role, you also give a weight to every guiding principle. So when someone comes with an idea, all you have to do to give rating for all various components of that idea, impact, will it enhance our competitive advantage, then you give a rating, and then come out, okay, this idea has 72 mark. Next one is 84, but again, this is done within a matter of 1 minute, if you have guiding principle in place and weighted criteria. So it's the idea evaluation process becomes much quicker and much more effective. Because otherwise, you have 10 ideas which one to select. By using these evaluation techniques, you can clearly the merits of each idea for the company based on these weighted guiding principles. It also helps you to assess anticipation skills. Again, it's very important, especially when you implement blue ocean projects, change management project, anticipate the moves of your enemies. And enemies also anticipate your moves. And this is how it's done. For instance, you have different thinking tools. This helps you to assess how good you are in anticipation. So ultimately, after 3 hours, you have your team. Okay, this team is 8.9. Very strong team leader is very strong. Business strategies are strong, and these are players. You see, after 3 hours, you have not just stronger business model, not stronger team, but also if you need to evaluate your team, and this is usually done in 2 cases. When you make an investment decision, because investment decision is mainly done based on the quality of the team, how smart is the team, and how to strengthen the team. So you do this. And another is when you have somewhat of entrepreneurial smartness contests. That's again important for the smartness contest. And you can have also individual rating for every team player. All within 3 hours. Now, today, historic day, very historic event, I would say. In Olympic Games, Intellectual Olympics for Innovators. Big projects. We are going to announce formally today, here at 7 o'clock, at ISBA conference. We have partners from Russia, from Malaysia, India. Together we are launching from next year annual Intellectual Olympics for Innovators, every year. So, and today will be formal announcement. So today, 2 historic events. First, formal announcement of Olympic Games, and last, informal training for Innovol. So this is, okay, in Olympic Games, some people call it launch of the century. Okay, fine. I prefer rather to call it launch of the millennium. Indeed, because we are living in Olympic Games were born in 8th century before Christ, when the world was led by strong warrior. But today we live in the world that is driven by innovation. The world is led by creative, entrepreneurial, and innovative people. It needs new intellectual, all-inclusive games. So these are Olympic Games today for smart innovators who lead the world. And they're all-inclusive. Not only if Olympic Games only participating team compete and others just watch. In Olympic Games through internet, spectators are also allowed to compete and showcase their smartness. What we have here, Blitz contest. First you invent a new product, innovative product, vision, mission, slogan. Right now, I'm showing it to you because based on that, I'll demonstrate business case how to use Innovol. Because we use it for Olympic Games as well, for various type of sub-projects. So now I'll give you a big picture, what Olympic Games are about. And then we'll go into details how we used Innovol Innovation Football, who strengthens specific components of Olympic Games. So you have first invent product, then Innovol is the main contest simulation game which helps you to turn your invention into successful business. And lastly, one contest is you are given a global problem, whatever, poverty, terrorism, whatever. You select your problem, what you want to solve, and then the team solves this global problem in 2 steps. First, you find the solution to this global problem, then you think for your enemy, and you anticipate, because every solution creates new problems. You will find a solution, then you find problems that that solution will create, and then you find solution to those problems. So initially it starts with global problem to be solved. Teams are given desired attributes, desired value, desired features, and they come out with a solution, with invention. They invent product, then invent vision, name, and slogan for that product, and guiding principles, which I show guiding principles are very important for quick evaluation of ideas. And then all these type of assessments are being done. All teams are being assessed their inventiveness, strategizing, creative marketing, anticipating. All that you see, all this business incubation is about. That's all in OMP games. You have to build all these skills. And finally, we get winners: smartest teams, smartest entrepreneur, and small methods. Actually, OMP games can be seen as a global business incubator. Why? Because they help in startup development. They help build stronger teams, stronger business model, strong entrepreneurial strategies. They help to attract investors because they help demonstrate entrepreneurial smartness, build trust, and make team assessment much easier. And they help market startup, because for any startup, the first marketing task is not about marketing their product. The first objective of any startup is to market themselves. Market themselves to the market themselves to the partners. It helps all this. For instance, if you see, this is 3W of venture investing. Venture capitalists invest in who, how, and what. In the team, in business model, and sustainable competitive advantage. That's all in a ball and in OMP game helps to build. Differentiation, again, just to show for you to understand how OMP games are differentiated from others. You see, in OMP games versus Olympics. Olympic games, okay, it's contest, also contest. It's a show. In OMP games, we're also going to make a show. About conquering opponents, in OMP games is also about conquering opponents. But in OMP games is also about inventing, implementation, helping audience grow, and audience engagement. For instance, social media is only about communication. In OMP games, helping people vertically grow. So, now we come to the game, shortly. When you create innovative values, there are two components. You have to create value, you have to deliver value. Because the whole OMP project is huge. It's huge. It's been worked on for 80 years. So now I'll show only two easy to understand components. But we create values by helping people grow through inspirational contest, holistic benefit system, and e-coach for innovators. And we deliver value through creation show. Creation show we will show you. Spectator engagement, 24 by 365 learning throughout the year in synergistic trainings. For synergistic trainings, we are planning to create international and OMP training centers. In, again, Malaysia, Hasna is here. In Russia, Sadrom, Konstantin is here. And India will sign again today with the talent management network over there. It's to start with. We'll create all these training centers that will help people invent breakthrough things and turn these breakthrough inventions into high growth business. Here are just some examples of what in a ball help strengthen an OMP games. For value creation, because as you see, it's a civilizational breakthrough. It's a big change, huge change. Civilization has changed. We already we live in an intellectual world driven by innovation, and still the main games are sports for athletes. So now we're going into intellectual games. It's a really civilizational breakthrough. How to achieve it in a ball, of course, help to achieve, we play in a ball to create this civilizational breakthrough. How to enhance the contests, how to make them more effective and exciting. How to improve team assessment, how to increase benefits for all involved, how to increase learning benefits, marketing, how to build popular global creation show. This will focus on how to build popular creation show, how to engage internet spectators globally, and future growth strategies. Of course, I will not show you all of them, but I'll just focus some of shortly. First of all, the main advantage and difference of an Olympic game from Olympic Games, as I said, spectators can just watch. Here, spectators can engage. There are special entrepreneurial creativity contests for spectators, and they can win also special prizes. So these are some contests available for spectators, but we'll touch upon only first two in Olympic Torch Web Relay. First of all, as I said, in Olympic Games is a creation show. We have talk show, people just talk, okay. Talk is cheap. But here we show people how to create new great thing. And engage people in this creation process. And also, if you make it as a show, great show, it's because one of the objectives of an Olympic game is to facilitate learning, to help people to learn new skills. And if people are emotionally engaged in this creation show, they learn much better and much faster. The learning process is more effective. So that's why we create an Olympic games as a creation show. People can watch. They can engage, they can watch the ideation process and results, they can engage in constant discussions, and they contribute their ideas, solutions, images, and messages, so that we help also spectators shine. So that's why in Olympic Games there are two types of spectators and actors. Actors are active spectators, who are actively engaged with the games. But to make it a creative show, you really must be creative in your marketing. You have to really stand out to make it really remarkable how to do it. So let's play. We play for the enemies. Let's say enemies say, okay, Olympic Games are not promoted as a global show prominently enough. You say it's a creation show, but people understand how is it, okay? Okay, we start positioning as a creation show for achievers. We go through differentiation. Again, very important when you create something new. Of course, if people understand what your innovation is not innovation. Yeah? If people understand whatever you create is something new, it's not an innovation. People should not be able to understand it, and you have to help them to understand through differentiation. Invention contest focus on inventiveness. So this is how we differentiate in Olympic games from invention contest, from Olympics, from talk show, and from social media. Social media, for instance, focus on helping people communicate, and Olympic games help people grow. Enemies say, okay, good with that, but too many people are not moved by the invention played with. So you invented something, but I'm just a no. Okay, we included more contests. One of the contests solved a pressing global problem that I was told about. It was not there anymore. It appeared only after we played in Olympic Games. People also, as the last contest, they have to teams have to solve some global problem. Also, it's difficult to compare teams because they play with quite different inventions. Okay, each team will play the same game against two teams. So you can compare, first of all, smartness of the opposite teams, and then you can compare the results. Because when you play the same project against different teams, you see that after 3 hours, you come out with completely different results for your project. It's extremely beneficial also when you develop a real-life project, but it's also very beneficial for learning. People see that, okay, different teams are creating different types of problem and how different the project is in the first case and the second case. Now, enemies say, okay, no emotional peaks moments that make really Olympic is a great popular global show. Okay, if you just invent something and people are not engaged emotionally, it's not really a big show. How to make it a big show? Okay, ideas and players can get about during and after contest in the game. So you have evaluation, but also every judge and volunteers also then can give a vow. Your total score is about how good you are as a stable and consistent creator. Vow is about your occasional brilliance. So you have both. And these vows are given during contest, ideas, and then after contest. So what we recommend judges, you have at least 20% of your vows to give after the contest to make it also more emotional peak and make the results more unpredictable. And during the contest you give 50 to 80%, but better give closer to 50 than to 80. Again, we create emotional peaks. Then give vows to individuals and teams. So you see, after the game is over, we have all the ratings. Overall ratings, rank for team, and their vow rating. And for players. No gold medal celebrations, actually, because Olympic Games, it's not just at the end of the game we have all this type of celebrations. During Olympic Games, okay, we have a lot of celebration and gold medal celebration during the games themselves. So, as soon as we have a lot of contests, we create also different types of vow awards and best in something, best in anticipating, best in creating global problem. A lot of this type of small models. So ultimately we come out with much stronger Olympic Games as a reality show, and most importantly, it's now made as not just event-based show. We have event-based as a reality show during the game, but we also, after the game, we create educational case studies and a lot of many things that will be run on the website of Olympic Games that will people come and see and learn. So it's not just one-time event. So Olympic Games are over, everything is dead until the next game. No, it's live. At a lower level, but it's live throughout the year. Now the contest for spectators. We need to make it, initially, we wanted to make it as a show, but Olympic Touch Web Relay. Actually, what we have before the game, that was a small objective and small value. And after the game, after 3 hours, that's the result we achieved. Enemies say, okay, spectators are not warmed up to watch and engage with Olympic Games. We say, okay, we'll push first pre-game contests. Olympic Touch Web Relay, whoever pushed first, his picture will be on the main page of the Olympic websites for some time. What enemies say? Enemies say, okay, look, this push first contest that actually has nothing to do with smartness. We are organized like who is the smartest, and this contest has nothing to do with smartness. Make a smarter contest. Okay, we'll turn contest into noble intellectual visual puzzle. Not just push first the button and you win. We turn it into the puzzle. For instance, we give you like 3 quotes. In this case, it's Steve Jobs, Mahatma Gandhi, and Rabindranath Tagore, and some pictures which illustrate these quotes, and you have to guess which quote these pictures illustrate. Select. But enemies say, okay, this is still push first contest because, okay, you have to choose one out of 3. If you start thinking, it's better to push a random one first, and you have better chances to win. So it's still push first contest. We make it stronger. So we add more pictures and say, in addition to, you have also choose which is the best, which quote we illustrated here, and tick the redundant image. Okay, it's already not 33%, it's just 7%, still high. But if you add one more image and ask people to remove 2 redundant pictures, so the chances are close to 0. So what we have here? Who would like to be the first bearer of Olympic torch? Okay, this is actually Mahatma Gandhi. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. And the second picture is redundant. So that's quite intellectual, first of all. What you say? Now going ahead. Just publishing a photo for a while is too little reward to make a contest a real success. Okay, you won, you better, but just your photo is published. Okay, we're saying, okay, the torchbearer can publish a brief message to the world. So your photo is there, and you also write down your message to the world, and it will also be published at the main page for a while. Enemy say, okay, too many messages prepared, too few published. Before that, enemy said, okay, people have little time to prepare a great message to the world. So then innovators say, okay, we'll ask everyone to prepare their message to the world in advance and send it to us. Think about it and send it to us in advance. Now enemies say, too many messages are prepared and too few published. Because people use their brains, they created these messages, but they are not published. Published only those messages of those who won the contest and bear the Olympic torch. He said, okay, we'll create permanent exposition of messages plus exposition of 100 best messages to the world. That's already something already interesting. We classify these images into 10 categories: world, friendship, partnership, life, love, happiness, achievement, success, winning, learning, leadership, teamwork, entrepreneurship, innovation, and they will be categorized messages to the world. Some examples. If you stop learning, you stop creating history and become history. It's for the learning. It's India, you see? This type of messages of the world, to the world. People, you can send both images, just text, or better we advise people to send image with text. Rajendra Jagdali is also here. And managing director of Konstantin's company is also here. Diana, she was here in Pune last March to prepare for this. Love your love for customer attracts them and differentiates you from the less loving competitors. Again, it's a message. Indeed, innovation is about love. Love what you do and love your customers. Losers approach possible as impossible, winners approach impossible and possible. By the way, this boy and this young man, the same person. It's my son. He's a professional actor. So that's why, you see in my slides I have a lot of, I created a new way of delivering information, education, what's infographics. Not infographic, infographic, because emotion deliver message much faster. And I asked my son, so because he's an actor, please use your friends, also actors, to contribute there. Some sort of, I tell them what needs to be shown. Leadership is about creating powerful human currents, moving enthusiastically in the right directions. And this photo from Konstantin made it at the training conducted at Konstantin's company. That's your most useful dictionary. Happiness is the light that flows inside out, not outside in. And also there is one is funny wisdom. Because it's an obligation, we also try to make it as fun. The fun may be just wording, that may be just pictures. So, what enemies say, but spectators are not enthusiastic yet about participation in this activity. It may be too complicated. You have to really warm them up. I say, okay, at the first Olympic Games, ambassadors will lead by example. At the first Olympic Games, we won't have these messages to the world as a contest. We'll come well prepared. We have goodwill ambassadors of Olympic Games right now in about 20 countries. And we ask each ambassador to prepare 1 or 2 messages to the world. So we can, when people see how it looks like, the next year they would love to participate and so that their message to the world be displayed and so on. But first you should lead the way. You should show them the way, so that's why we'll use ambassadors. So, what we have after the game? It was small one, now it's bigger objective, bigger value. What's the result of the game? We have better world, wiser, more loving people through these messages to the world. We have higher value created by Olympic Games. In Olympic Games is a better pre-game and continuous exposition show, because we created also through these messages to the world. We're making in Olympic Games also a continuous show, because this library of messages is there forever. All messages, 100 best for the year, and better assessment of assessors. So, if we could just compare what we had before and after. So, in Olympic Games actually help you to exceed. Before playing this game, we never knew that we come out with this type of messages to the world and all this type of intellectual competition. We thought, okay, just push first and that's enough. Playing the game, within few hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, we come out with huge. What was the benefit for spectators? Initially it was low value short term. Now it's high value long term. You demonstrate your smartness, you write your message to the world, and your message to the world is there forever now in the library of Olympic Games. To the world, it was nothing before we played the game. What the value to the world if someone pushes the button faster than others? Nothing. But now we have in the world more love and more inspiration. To assessors, also, it was nothing. What to assess? Who first push the button? Nothing. But now they gain experience and their skill assessment. Because people, we have too many messages to the world, we have volunteers, they assess messages, they send it to judges, judges assess. By that we compare in this assessment, we can assess assessment capabilities of both judges and volunteers. And in Olympic Games, initially it was very low value, now it's very high. You see, just one game. We never thought before playing this game, we never dreamed about it. We just said, okay, just in Olympic torch relay, what's that? Just someone is bearing the torches, that's enough. Like in Olympic Games. But see what happened when you play intellectual games? It's huge. And also just one slide for showing some other, because we use also inner ball to strengthen inner ball itself. I won't show you all the slides, but just show you one, because I say moves are described too broadly for a meaningful response. Now, okay, opposite teams may ask up to 3 clarifying questions. And the most importantly, these clarifying questions of the opposite teams are also being assessed. It goes into assessment of strategic thinking of people. What type of clarifying questions they are asking. By that, we can assess their strategic thinking capabilities. So what in a ball actually helps you training, enhances entrepreneurial skills of the innovation team considerably, strengthen your business model and strategies dramatically, and if you need assess your team, it helps you assess competencies of the team and each member. Assessment again is important mainly when you want to consider investing in some project and when you play some contests like in Olympic Games. In Olympic Games are all about assessments. So that's here we have capability to assess it fast. Importantly, when you play it, it makes your creativity a habit. Your creative thinking and creative action. When you walk a game, yes, you just don't start thinking, okay, how to think creatively. You keep thinking creatively afterwards every time. You start looking for opportunity all the time. You start looking for creative solution, and you don't treat problem as problem anymore. You now think about problem as hidden opportunities you have to find. And all this done by if you just do it regularly. It helps you to ideate on autopilot. Because again, your subconscious mind is 200 million times faster and more powerful than your conscious mind. And if you play this game, it helps you really to think. Just think. You will be thinking 200 million times faster. That's it, if you turn it into habit. And of course, the advantage mean, before you play the game, you have small competitive advantages, that's what you said, but when you simulate the situation, you make huge competitive advantage and much stronger strategies and much stronger team. That's it for me. So if you now, any questions, suggestions, and you're welcome. Hello? It was not clear at all, yeah? Should I repeat it? So, for Olympic Games, we'll have a formal announcement today at 7 o'clock. Big signature. Organizers of ISBA prepared a big plaque. We are going to sign and make a big show and put it on Olympics Games website. Actually, what they did, we'll sign this plaque, but they'll make it also in a steel. So all the signatures of founding partners who are here will be engraved as a steel. So it's because we are changing the world. We are creating civilizational breakthrough. So we have to really do something that will last for centuries. So that's why organizers thought about it. And that is what Dr. Mashelkar dream comes through. That in India should do not just Me Too projects, but something new to the world projects. And this new to the world project in India will announce today. Thank you very much. Now I invite Rapporteur to make a close-up remarks and tell us what she learned from this masterclass.
Thank you, Dr. Adam. Thank you for all the parameters that you've given for the success mantra in this session. This will be our takeaway to apply to our business as well as in our life. Thank you so much.
Sudhama? Yes. Sudhama, we would like you to hand over a memento to Sir, please.
Oh, thanks a lot. I am so touched from the bottom of my heart.
And this one is from